Hello to all my college football friends out there. Welcome to another segment of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. My friends, let's just get right into this. The season of 2024 for the SEC College Football Conference is going to look very different compared to the past. Now, in the past, in the SEC, they had two divisions. Okay, the East and the West. But now that is going to change drastically. The SEC will eliminate the two divisions this fall, and the teams will play 8 conference games plus one required opponent from either the ACC, the Big Ten, the Big 12, or a major independent school like the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish, which we all know they are independent. With the 16-team league competition of chasing Alabama will now be totally extinct. And for me, my friends, now I've heard both things about this. I've heard some fans say they like this idea. I've heard other fans say they do not like this idea. But without a doubt, SEC fans are going to have to get used to it because this will be now the new standard of all of college football conferences. Now, what's going to happen is they will take the two top teams that will emerge from this slugfest of a conference, and let's be honest, that's what it is. Very talented teams in the SEC conference, my friends. I've always said that the SEC has the best football conference in all of college football. So they will take the two top teams that will emerge from this slugfest, and they will play for the SEC title championship game in Atlanta, Georgia. So, and let's stop and go over this. We have a Brian Kelly, very good LSU team since Brian Kelly came on the scene. LSU will have to face Alabama, a very good Ole Miss team, and Oklahoma. And you might say, Oklahoma, well, that's right, my friends. The SEC is looking a little different. Like I mentioned, the SEC has now picked up Texas and Oklahoma, both teams from the Big 12. It's going to make it very interesting in 2024, my friends. Teams are leaving, and let's be honest, they basically shut down the Pac-12. Okay, so there's no longer a Pac-12. Those teams are moving to different conferences. So now we're looking at the SEC, the ACC, the Big 10, and the Big 12. Very interesting season it's going to be for 2024, without a doubt. Now, I called last year what an exciting season 2023 was going to be, and sure enough, it was a very exciting season, to say the least, in college football. I do believe 2024 will be very exciting, but more interesting for me as a college football fan because of these teams leaving and bouncing around. It's going to be very interesting. Let's look at it this way. The Big Ten picked up USC, UCLA, Oregon. Okay, now those are Pac-12 teams I just mentioned, but now the Big Ten has those teams. It's going to be very, very interesting, my friends, to see how all of this will play out in the 2024 college football season. Now, when you look at it, in 2024, Georgia will have to travel to Tuscaloosa to get it on with Alabama, and along with Georgia having to play Texas Longhorns. Very interesting matchup. Saban was the face of the SEC, without a doubt, okay? And now with his departure of retiring, Coach Kirby Smart has closed the gap, if you ask me. A very, very talented coach at the University of Georgia, without a doubt. Coach Kirby Smart closed the gap by winning 2 of the past 3 National College Football Championship titles. And, and that's a lot to say, without a doubt, okay? And it's true. 2021, Georgia emerged, by beating Alabama in that college football championship 33-18, and that season they went 14-1. They came right back the next year, 2022, a perfect 15-0, and just dismantled the TCU Horned Frogs in that championship game, 65-7. And no, that is not a mistake. And so when you look at this, yes, Coach Kirby Smart deserves all the credit in the world in college football. And like I said, when you look at Georgia and Coach Kirby Smart, okay, for me, in 2024, they are going to be the team to beat. Okay, normally it was Nick Saban and Alabama was the team to beat in the SEC, but no longer the case, my friends. Okay, no longer the case. I believe in my heart it's going to be Georgia will be the team to beat. And let's not forget Georgia, a splendid season in 2023. It really was. They did a really nice job. I know their goal was to get and win the national championship. They did fall a little bit short, but nonetheless, it was a phenomenal season without a doubt. I mean, we're talking about a Georgia team that finished the year 13-1. Okay? We're talking about a Georgia team from 2021 to 2023 that had an overall record of 42 wins and only 2 losses. And yes, my friends, those 2 losses were to the Alabama Crimson Tide and Nick Saban. So like I mentioned, with Nick Saban departing now, God bless him, retiring from the University of Alabama, this opens up a whole new realm, okay, for not just Georgia, but for the whole SEC conference, okay? This is going to be really interesting. Like I said, there's no longer the two divisions, okay, the East and the West. There's going to be one conference, okay? And this is going to be very interesting, like I mentioned. One conference will now be played in the SEC. So we'll see how that hands out with a lot of these and plays out with a lot of these other up-and-coming talented teams in the SEC. Like I said, Oklahoma, very talented, rich in tradition football program, now in the SEC. We've seen what Texas did, okay, making it to the Final Four in the playoffs in 2023, only to lose to the Washington Huskies 37-31, a very talented Texas Longhorn team. Also rich in tradition football program. So it's going to be really interesting. Like I said, my friends, I think it's going to be a 2024 season that's going to look a little different with trying to get used to different teams. I know for me, a Big Ten guy, trying to get used to the Buckeyes going and having to play UCLA at UCLA, a little different. USC having to come to the Shoe and play the Buckeyes, which I'm going to love that. It's going to be a little different, but I think it's going to be exciting, okay? I really do. Sometimes change is good, okay? Not always, but we'll see how this plays out. If it's going to be good for college football, then yes, change is good, okay? I think by eliminating one of the Power 5 conferences, which was the Pac-12, will now eliminate a team like Florida State Seminoles that in 2023 went undefeated, won their conference, which was the ACC, and still was failed to get picked in the 4 top teams in college football. That will eliminate this now, okay? So we'll see how it plays out. For me, I'm looking forward to 2024 college football, without a doubt. Continue to stay tuned to my channel because I will be covering many more of these videos, my friends. If you are new to my channel, please, by all means, click the subscribe button. Always free to do so. If you like this video, please click the like button. Don't forget to hit the bell. And like always, please comment down below. I really would like to read your comment about this video and how you feel about the new SEC breaking up the 2 divisions and just going to one whole 16-team conference, and the 2 best teams getting it on in the SEC title championship game in Atlanta, Georgia in 2024. Like always, peace out. God bless. Stay safe. Buckeye Vinny's out of here.